Hello friends, welcome back to my Python tutorial videos. In this video, we are going to explain a powerful feature of a Python that is nothing but a set data type. Whenever you need only unique values need to be stored over there, then in the Python, we can use a set data type. And if you want to avoid the duplicate, then also we can use a set data type. Set plays an important role in a real world projects if you want to store a unique type of collection of something that we can use the sets over here. Like we have seen in the previous video about the list and the tuple, in the similar way, I will explain in the detailed manner about practical approaches as well with a detailed point of view in a step-by-step manner about the sets as well.
Let's right now see and talk about what is a set in Python. A set is a unordered collection of data type that stored only unique elements. Unordered means items do not have a fixed position. A set is mutable in nature. That means we can perform editing, deleting operations on the sets. For the detailed practical example, I will explain them in a later view with a practical approach too. Let's right now talk about or see practically what is a set in exactly in Python. We have already seen in last slide specifically that set is a unordered collection of data type that store usually a unique type of element in the specific operations. So how it exactly stored, we'll see in the practical approach right now. So let me just define a variable. I will explain you later over the things that how we are going to use the set in the Python. So as it defined in the terms that is uniquely store the element if we use the set in Python. So for defining a set in Python, we have two ways specifically. Either we can use the curly braces along with the variables, then we have another function that is named as the set function specifically. We'll explain one by one each of them in detail right now. Let's just go with the first one, that is the curly braces. If I use the curly braces, then that variable be treated as an set in Python. And it is specifically used when, as an example point of view, I would just want to mention, as we have seen the list and the tuple data type previously. Okay, there are list of element which is combination of multiple data types, and in that element there might be the possibility that there might be a duplicates occurs over there. Some element will get duplicately occur in the element list. So at that time, if we use a tuple, sorry, not a tuple, if we use this set in Python, at that time we are easily able to access that duplicates value or remove that duplicates value from the list of element. Like how? Just I want to define inside like a num variable I have defined, then the curly braces, then I use the element something over here. Randomly, I'm going to put over here that like 3, one more time 3, then I want to put 5, then I want to put 6, 7, and then 7, then 8. Okay, like you can see over here, there are duplicates present in the set over here. Like if I print it right now, see the magic happens automatically. We don't have to do anything for removing the duplicates. It automatically remove the duplicate for us. It just print the unique value which is present in the set specifically. This is the one way that we can use to define a set in Python. There is one more way that I have already mentioned you in the early stage of this thing practically. The the next step or the next type is like it is called as a set function that we can also use in Python to define a sets. So how exactly? Let me take another variable specifically over here, like num1 equals to set. This a keyword that we use specifically to define the set in Python, the set keyword and the function bracket, like the opening and the closing bracket. Inside that, I'm going to define a specific list of element, like it contain apple, banana, then again it contain apple, then at last mango. Okay, some random list I have like defined over here. Just a sec, I have like not defined. Okay, my bad. I just put the extra round bracket over there. Okay, this is the list that I have defined inside a set function. Once I try to print the num_1, see the magic of a set function. Whatever the duplicate present under the inside the list, that apple, banana, apple, and mango, apple is occurring two times, we can say it. But once we print the num1 over here, see the magic happens, like it remove the duplicates from the set. So that's how the duplicate iteration which is present in the list of element or a tuple of element or any list of element, if you want to remove the duplicate from it, then we can use the set function by an like curly braces as well, or by an these set functions as well. So this how we can use it, the set in Python. There are more sort of operations as well that we can perform along with the set. We'll see in the latter things as well, one by one.
Let's right now talk about like how we can access the element if we have used a set to define the element of a list over here specifically. Like from this example, I will explain you how we can do it exactly. But as we have already seen, that set is a unordered type of data type in Python. There is no sequence that we can follow up, and by using the indexes, we can access the element. Then you will be amazed like how we are going to access the element. So that the answer for that question will be via loops. Okay, loops. How exactly? So specifically, if we want to access the element from this set of elements, then we can use it loops in the sense like this way. Like I am going to define a loop over here. Then on the same set which I have early used it, will use in this thing as well as an example point of view. And then if I try to print it, I can easily print it. Okay, so allowed to perform iteration over the num_1 as it performs to perform the iteration over the set of element. So by that mean we can easily access the element one by one from the sets. How? See, if I run the code, it printed the value mango, banana, then apple. So this is how via using a loop we can easily access the element from the set of our elements specifically. But just a note for you, as a set is a unordered data type in Python, make sure when you are using a set of element and tries to access the element, at that time the order should not be the mandatory purpose over there. If that be the case, I suggest you don't use the set over there, or don't use to access the element via loops. There are certain different ways that we can perform it, but not via loops. If you also use the loop concept in the accessing element such in the order type of set of element, then it might result in error prone area or bug prone area for you. So I suggest, if the order of a set of element is not mandatory, then you can easily use this loop concept to access the element from the set. There are lots more operations that we are going to perform. We'll see how we exactly can do and perform the rest of operation along with the set in Python. Let's right now talk about the set operation that we are allowed to perform on the set data type. Basically, there are four type of operation that we can perform on the set, that is union, intersection, difference, and semantic difference. One by one, I will explain them via a practical example right now. So I'm going to define two sets specifically. Then I will explain each of the operation that I have mentioned over the screen one by one in detailed manner. So I'm going to define set 1, that is a equals to, that will contain 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and then another set that I'm going to define, that is b, which contain 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, so basically I have defined the two sets. Now coming with the first operation that we want to perform on this set is union. Union of the two set is nothing but that we are combining the two set together and get a single set as an output. So if I want to do like that in the sets in data types in Python specifically, then we can do like this. I just define a uni variable and then a type symbol B. If I write like this, there is nothing but an operation is going on, a union operation between A set and the B set. If I try to run the code and save it and run the code, it will show the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see over here, by using this type of operator, a pipe symbol between two set variables, we can easily combine those two set in a single set like this exactly. There is one more way that we can also do in the union operation specifically. That will be like uni underscore one, another variable I will take it, a dot union function. By using the union function, we can also do the same operation that we are doing over here. Either we can use the pipe symbol or the union function to do the union operation over the two sets. If I run the code right now, see the output is remaining the same. This is the way of writing the code is getting varied, because in the second scenario we are using the union function, at earlier we are using the pipe symbol over here. So this is the way that we can use the union operation if you want to perform on the two sets. Okay, now let's right now talk about the intersection. Intersection is the way in sets, if the two sets have the same type of values, that we want to get it from the two sets. Okay, like in the sense I will perform in an output over here, like if this two sets include the common element present in both set. Like here if I talk about the example, like A contain 1 2 3 4, B contain 3 4 5 6. The common element between the two elements are 3 and 4, right? So basically intersection will return all those common element which is occurred between both these set. So how can I exactly perform it? Let's just see right now. So I will use intersect, something like this variable intersect equals to a, and then the and operator and sign b. If I print the intersect over here, see in the output we'll get the result as 3 comma 4 over here. Why? Because the 3 and 4 is occurring in both the sets over here. There is one more way that we can perform the intersection as well, like we do similarly perform for the union too, like a dot intersect b. So one more thing, just I want to clarify to you in detail, like these are the data types, that is a set specifically. So that's why I'm able to perform the operation like using the function call over here, like a union call or like the intersection call. So make sure if a data type is set, then only we are able to access this function. Or either or you can use this pipe symbol or the and operator to perform the union or the intersex operation along these sets. Okay, so if I save the code right now and try to run it again, see by this output, by this of code of snippet, we get the same output. Okay, so basically intersection does to get out the specific common element which is occurring in the both set specifically. So that's how we can perform the intersection over the sets. Now let's talk about the difference. Different itself is saying that between the two set, whatever the different value we have over here, but not exactly in the sense that you are getting it, the exactly context of the difference operation in set is like that. Specifically, if the difference, if the two sets specifically, if I talk about it, the element present in the first set but not present in the second set, then that element which is different from the second set will get written from the first set itself. Okay, let me just explain why in practical example over here. So see, if I want to perform a difference over here, the first set contain 1 2 3 4, the second contain 3 4 5 6. Okay, now we can see the 1 2 is varying from the 3 4 5 6. Okay, and that is a unique element and that present in the first set as well. So once we try to get the difference of the two set over here, you'll get 1 and 2 only, because this is the rule in a set, that if the unique values are present in two sets and that is different from the another second set, then the first set values will get print. Like how we can perform: use a diff variable a minus b, and then I print the result as in this. Like, just a sec, I just copied it twice, removing the extra one. If I clear the terminal again over here and then I try to show to you, see, I get only 1 and 2. So that how, like, just a basic thing that you have to keep in mind while performing the difference operation. If the element are if the element that is present in the two set, even the first set element which is not present in the second set elements, then that element which is present uniquely in the first set, that will get as an output for us. So basically here also, while performing the different operation, we have another way as well. Like, this is the first one and this is the second one. Just a sec, this is the second one, a dot difference b, and then the print that one. It is printing the same one. I am showing you the both way exactly, to get it in the way that you will get a clearer understanding. Either scenario come across, you can use among those operations, like the union, intersection, or difference. You can use any one of them as per your need or the convenience or the requirement come across. Let's right now talk about the semantic difference. So semantic difference is somewhat a similar operation like a difference operation in a set specifically, but in the sense, if I talk about, it will remove the duplicates, sorry, not a duplicate, the repeating elements from the first set and the second set. Like in the context which what I'm trying to say, as you perform the semantic difference between A and B over here, then the element like 3 4 from the first set and 3 4 from the B set will get removed, and rest of the values like 1 2 5 6 will get as an output over here. So how we can perform a semantic difference over here? By like this sign equals to, I can use that variable A upward arrow, that is a syntax. You have to make sure you use this correct syntax, but I have like explained till right now the point along with the various type operation. So you have to make sure each operations plays a unique role or a unique operation on the sets. So see what I am saying, that I am getting in the output as well. Basically, in semantic difference, if the first set contain the same values and that same values is present in the second set as well, then that value will get removed and the unique element will get print as a result over here. So this how we get 1 2 5 6. Like, this is the one way in the semantic difference. Another way we can also do like this as well: a dot semantic difference b. If I save the code, run it again, I get the similar output. So these are the four expressions or the operations that we are allowed to perform on the set. In the various type of approaches, I will explain you the detailed things and the differences, like in the different types as well of the scenarios. Like, we can use this type of cases as well as this type of cases, or like this type of cases as well, and this too. So basically, I have like shown for each of the operation up to two options. Either you can use this one, either you can use that one specifically. As per the preference, you can use it. So in the next video, we'll see more over the operations of the set in detail as well. Let's right now talk about some of the more operations that we are allowed to perform on this set. Okay, so as set is a mutable type of data type in Python, we are allowed to perform operations like add, delete, update, or the set data type too. So see, I will explain them in detailed manner right now, that how we can perform these operations like add, edit, and update and delete specifically. So see, I have defined a set over here. So in the specific set, if I want to add a specific element, so then I can use a dot add function that will help me to add this specific element in the set. If I want to add orange over here, or like save it and then print the same one. Now if I run the code, see as the output I get 2, 3, 4, 5, and the orange as an element is added over the set specifically. So this is how we can add the element if we want to add the element in the set data type store. So basically there are one more operations, that many operations if you want to perform the removing of the element from the set. So there is one function that we can use it, a remove function specifically, a dot remove orange and print a. If I save the code and try to run it again, see orange is removed right now. But there is an issue with the remove function. Let me just explain you clearly. Like suppose in the scenario, uh, you have already deleted the orange, and at certain scenario, after certain time or certain time get passed, you are working again on the code, and at that time you forgot that you have already removed the orange. And if you try to execute the remove operation one more time with the same element, then it will give us an error that element is not present in the set. The remove operation is not possible. A somewhat a similar, this error is elaborating right now to in front of you, that this element is already deleted, we cannot delete it, we are not able to find the key. So that what the issue. If we forgot at that time, the remove function will give us an error. But there is an options in set data type to get it exclude with the error, or get it avoid it with the error specifically. So we can use a discard function. So discard function, what exactly it will do, whatever the keys that we are passing as an input, want to remove it at any stage, it will check that element is deleted or not. If it is deleted, it will not throw any error. It will delete the element and return the list, return the set of data over here. As the orange is already deleted, but if we use a discard over here, it will print nothing. It will print the data of the element, not with an error. See, it print data of the element, not the error from it exactly. And there is one more function among the set that we can perform, that is a pop function. It is basically depends on the randomized occurrence that we want to remove the elements. We cannot perform it manually to remove the elements. It depends on the set which element will remove from the element list. It is randomizedly occur. Like sometimes it will remove the element like randomly. I cannot predict, or no one can predict specifically. If I use a pop function specifically, then try to run it the code, see earlier 2, 3, 4, 5 the values are there. This time it removed the 2 over here. So this is how we can use these all 4 operations to manipulate the list as per our preference in Python. So friends, today we learn about Python set and their set operation. In the next video, we are going to cover the dictionary data type as well, where data is stored in a key value pair specifically. We'll see them in the practical approach as well and perform them in the various approaches.
If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more Python tutorial. See you in the next video.